Jane Sabaya, could you tell me how do you say pupil or student, high school student in German? And Frau Brenda Manzari, could you turn your mic off? Thank you. Frau Sabaya.
Der Schüler.
Aha, der Schüler. And the female version?
Die Schülerin.
Very well, die Schülerin. And then we've got der Schüler. And how do you say pupil, female pupil in plural? Have you remembered that? So female high school student in plural.
Die Schülerinnen.
Exactly. And is there something weird about this word? Or you don't know what I'm talking about? About the plural form of Schülerin.
We add N-E-N?
Not only, we add as N-E-N. So there is a double N. Schülerin, Schülerinnen with double N. And first of all, thank you very much for your answer, Sabaya, Frau Sabaya. I'm glad that you have learned the vocabulary. Then Alvin Ovino. Alvin Ovino, how do you say, what's the plural form of der Schüler? So not just one Schüler, but several students. How do you say that? Not just one student, but several students. Nicht ein Schüler, sondern viele.
Schülerin.
Unfortunately not. Schülerin is a female version of it. So how do you say plural, several high school students, several male high school students? Ein Schüler, viele. Let maybe Frau Matere, Mercy, or I'm so sorry. How do I pronounce your name?
Masi Matere.
Masi Matere.
Yes.
Frau Masi Matere, could you tell me the plural form of Schüler? Der Schüler und viele?
It remains the same, der Schüler.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So, der Schüler, viele Schüler. Ein Schüler, viele Schüler. All right. Then the next, another word. Caroline Vambui. Caroline Vambui. Or could you tell me your full name? How do I pronounce your full name? Caroline
Vambui, correct.
Okay, Caroline Vambui. Could you tell me the word position in German, like the job position?
Job position.
No. Okay, es gibt ein Wort Position, die Position, but there is also a word that starts with an S.
Stelle.
Stelle, very well. I hope you are not cheating. And
No,
if you are, I wish you to. Okay, I believe.
I was thinking.
Okay, that's great. There is also a word hinstellen, to put something, or stellen is like to put something, and so that it stands vertically. Es gibt das Wort hinlegen, to put something down, and then it lies down, but there is also a word hinstellen, to put something so it stands vertically. Okay, very well. Last word. Oh no, there are two great vocabularies. Oh, there are lots of. Okay, independent. What is the adjective? Independent worker. To work independently. Let's say Rahab Wanjiku.
Self-employed.
Self-employed, exactly.
Selbstständig.
Aha, okay. Selbst Selbst is, and the second part, how do you pronounce the second part?
Ständig.
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 As I previously said, it's a little bit tricky. The first part ends with este, and the second part also begins with este, but the end, when este is at the end of the word, you pronounce it as st. And when it is in the beginning, how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce este in the beginning of the word?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
If st, if st stands in the end of the word, you pronounce it as st, as selbst, selbst.
Okay.
But if it's in the beginning of the word, how do you pronounce it then? Not este, but not st, but?
The.
No, don't worry if you don't know it. It's a little bit more advanced. Michael Otieno, do you know the answer to this question?
No.
Okay, no worries. Let me show it real quick. So I'm gonna turn my screen on. So we have this word selbstständig, and let me make it a little bit bigger, or a lot bigger, like this. Okay, so this word consists of two parts. There is selbst, on your own, and ständig is it comes from the word stand. It's a state, like social state. So you have this social state of being independent, selbstständig. And the first word ends with an st, and the second also begins with st, but you pronounce the first part as st, selbst, and the second one, if you know the answer, let me know. How do you pronounce this part? Just without raising your hand, just tell me. How do you pronounce those two letters? And the Z?
What?
Just sh. So just like this? Selbstständig?
No.
No.
No. It's like SH.
Okay, so and that's it. So it would be selbstständig. Is it right? It is correct. Like this. Exactly. So it's
What?
you pronounce it like this. You pronounce it like selbstständig. All right. That's pretty confusing because it's in the middle of a word and it's kind of tricky to see the difference between those two sounds, but there is a difference. Selbstständig. Okay, let's continue. Another word, unemployed. David Ochieng. Unemployed. How do you say unemployed in German?
Arbeitslos.
Very well. You've missed one sound, however. Not arbeitslos, but there is one sound that you've missed. Could somebody help? Or would you like to correct yourself?
Arbeitslos.
Very well. I'm glad to hear that. At the moment, there is a short German word that means at the moment. Vienna Ochieng? At the moment. It starts with an Z. At the moment. Currently. Or then Esther Odiambo?
Zurzeit.
Zurzeit. Exactly. Thank you very, very much. So it's that's it for today. I mean, with the vocabulary check. For the next time, I would ask you to learn the pages The pages 32 to 33, it's chapter 9. So we are jumping, we are leaving those pages out. If you have capacities, please learn them as well. It's unfortunate that we are missing them, but the last time nobody really learned the vocabulary, so that we had to repeat. Please take your time. Pages 32 to 33, that's just 2 pages. And if you have time, please continue translating the rest of the words. Let me check it real quick. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So please translate. Oh, no. The homework will be to translate all the vocabulary. So it would be from 32 to, no, it's fine. I'm sorry. 32 and 33. Learn the first part of the vocabulary of the chapter 9, pages LV is 32 to 33, plus translate the vocab of the pages. No, let me. Please put your hands down. Everyone, please put your hands down and raise your hand if you agree to learn 3 pages of vocabularies. So please raise your hand if you would like to learn just 2 or 3. Or let me say, yeah, okay, we've got some people. 3 hands are going up for, oh, wonderful people. I'm glad to see that. Okay, wonderful. Let's say 3 pages. It's not too much, but please. And if you have even more capacities, not just to learn the verbs, the words, also learn and read and translate the example sentences, because yeah, it's very helpful to see how those words are used. But because we are so in the beginning, it's not B2, it's not C1, C2. Those words are so essential that you will use it all the time. Okay, let's continue with our exercise. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at our grammar at the page 102. Last time we were talking about Wortbildung, so word forming of, please put your hands down. Thank you very much for your feedback. I have got that. So we are talking about the creation of the female nouns. So from Mechanica we get Mechanikerin, and there is also some change of the root vowel. From Arzt we become Ärztin, and some words change even more drastically. From Hausmann we get Hausfrau, Pfleger, Schwester. Then we were talking about those Präpositionen. So those words are put in, pre is in front of, so they are put in front of some nouns, like before, a month before, a year before. In English, you put it other way around. You say first a month before. Yeah, and you've got vor, seit, and für, and some are followed by dative, and those are the articles for dative. If we look at our in our WhatsApp group, we've got a wonderful overview of all the articles in different German cases. We've got nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and then we've got male, female, and neutral. I'm going to get back to this table on several occasions. So I'm so sorry if you are more advanced, but I think it's very important to understand that and to connect this grammar. And then we've got preteritum of those verbs. Let me. No, we are going to check it another time. Let's continue. But if you are not sure about those verbs, please read through those. Let me give it as a homework. So exercise number 2. Yeah, no, it's fine. A review conjugation of review if necessary. Oh, it is spelled differently. If necessary, conjugation of verbs sein und haben in presence und and in preteritum. Please include if it's sure. So it's the second book. We are done with the first book. There was a question about the number of the book. Right now we are working just with the second book. So yeah, so far so good. If I will get back to the previous grammar or vocabulary, I will let you know. But for right now, we are working with the second book already. So preteritum and presence. Please raise your hand if you are not sure about the meaning of those words. Presence, preteritum. If it's a little bit cloudy for you. Okay, I'm very happy to see one honest hand going up. So presence, preteritum, kind of tricky, kind of weird. Okay, we've got some people. So very briefly, besides those two words, let me throw another word to this grammar party. So we've got presence, preteritum, and then we've got perfect. And we've got futur eins. So basically, to put it very briefly, presence is presence, it's a current time, and preteritum and perfect are past tenses. Future, futur it's pronounced futur, not future. Futura is then the future tense. And those two guys, we will meet them a lot. So don't worry if you are not very familiar with them. If you don't know how to build the form of preteritum, so preteritum is the shorter version. Let's say this is a shorter version of the past tense. It is built with the ending te. So tanzen. Who can tell me the preteritum form of tanzen? For example, ich. Nobody? Somebody.
Ich tanzt.
Once again.
Ich tanzt.
Ich tan. Okay. Let me recap it once again. So you take the root of your verb and add. So root plus te. Ich
Tante.
tanzte. Exactly. Tanzte. Thank you very much. So that's the regular verb building. It's pretty simple. German people, however, barely use preteritum. It sounds very literally, like if you are, I don't know, meeting the Queen of England, or no, it's used mostly in the written form. In oral form, German people use perfect all of the time. Who can tell me the verb? How do we? Who can tell me the form the perfect form of the verb tanzen. Please raise your hand if you know the answer. Please raise your hand if you know how to conjugate it. So David Ochieng.
Getanzt.
Aha, very well, getanzt. So what you do is you take your you take the third oh no, not this way, third
Excuse
form
me, sir.
singular. Yes,
Can
yes,
you kindly share your screen so that we can see the description, if you don't mind?
Oh, I'm sharing it all the time. Is there somebody who please raise your hand if you have seen my screen previously. So thank you very much for pointing that out. So okay. Thanks God there are several people. So almost the majority. Oh no, not the majority. But do you see it right now? Please raise your hand if you see my screen right now. Okay, thank you. And now please put your hands down. Put your hands down, down. And now please raise your hand if you don't see my screen right now. Please raise your hand if you don't see my screen right now. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got one person. Miss, also Frau Akot. Frau Akot. I'm so sorry. I will look into it till the next time. And as I said, I hope that we will have recording of this. I hope that it will improve for you in the future. That possibly has to do with your internet connection. I'm not sure. Okay, let's continue. So you build the perfect. You've built preteritum by taking the root of the word and adding te in German te. That's a regular verb formation, and the perfect you build with. Okay, let me not. Okay, I'm getting in too deep. I'm so sorry. I don't want to give too many information, but at the same time, I want to give you overview. So in German, you've got only two past forms. Oh no, not only, but for A2, it's more than enough. Preteritum and perfect. There is also plusquamperfect, but don't worry about it. For right now, you have to know that there is a simpler, shorter, or simpler in in a certain way, simpler. It's a shorter version. Preteritum and perfect, which is built with Partizip 2 and a Hilfsverb. Hilfsverb. So it's a helping verb plus Partizip 2. And Partizip 2 is this form here, getanzt. So you build it, you build Partizip 2 by taking the third person, oh gosh, something is going on with my computer here. Person singular. Let me make it a little bit smaller. So maybe like this. So you build it with third person singular. So he, er, sie, es, and plus. No. First of all, you take ge, plus third person singular. Yeah, basically it. So tanzt becomes getanzt. and er singt becomes okay, that's an exception. Okay, and here we come to the restrictions of those rules, because Partizip 2 is there is quite a lot of exceptions, and there we come once again to my favorite song. So this time I will give it to you as a homework to listen to it. It doesn't have to do with our topic today, but I see that the book is using both times pretty frequently. So I find it very unfortunate that some of you are not sure about those times. So once again, how do you call it? Yeah, sure. Poetische Verben. And this time I will send you the link to the song, and it will be your homework to listen one time to this song. And by listening to the song, you will hear a regularity. Okay, so I regret not recording this session. Because but in the future, in the near future, I think we will be recording them. So the next homework will be to listen to the song. Listen to this song. And the thing that you hear in the song are those three word forms. So you've got presens, werfen, Präteritum, warf, and Partizip 2, geworfen. There is a change of the root vowel. So E becomes A and O. And when you see it for the first time, you say, oh my God, how in the world can I learn this? Because it's werfen, warf, geworfen, essen, aß, gegessen. What? That sounds horrible. But if you hear those forms for several times, you get used to it and you see the regularity. So please listen to the song. And yes, so far so good. The thing that I wanted to mention is, so the thing that I wanted to convey to you is a difference between preteritum and perfect. So from the structural point of view, you've got a form with a shorter form without Hilfsverb, and here you're using one of two Hilfsverbs. Which Hilfsverb, which helping verbs am I talking about? Please raise your hand if you know two Hilfsverben, two German helping verbs for this tense. Caroline Wambui.
For preteritum.
No, for perfect. For perfect.
Perfect. It's haben and sein.
Exactly. Haben or sein. And you choose one of those depending on a rule that we are going to talk another day. We have already talked about it, but we will get back to it. So use one of those verbs, and this way, Caroline, could you tell me perfect of tanzen?
Tanzen.
Ich
bin tanzen.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Could somebody else also try for me, or could somebody else also tell me the conjugation of tanzen? Michael Otieno.
Ich tanzte.
It's perfect, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, sir. It's not perfect, but how do you call
Past.
ich tanzte? How is it called? Tanzte is not perfect, but
That's in English. It's past. I think past tense.
past tense, exactly. But in German, you've got two past tenses. So you've got perfect and who could help Herr Otiendo out? Cynthia Vambui.
Preteritum.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Cynthia. So you've got a shorter tense, which is not using Hilfsverb, and it's called Präteritum. And then you've got a tense that uses Hilfsverb, and it's called perfect. And German people are mixing those two tenses when talking to each other, and they used perfect most of the time, but they don't use perfect form of those two verbs. So sein und haben, and also all the modal verbs which are to come. Don't worry about them yet. They are used in Präteritum. So, for example, okay, Miss Vambui, Frau Vambui, wenn Sie, do you have a question? Probably you raised your hand for the previous question. If not, then put it down or ask your question. Okay, I will continue for it. Okay, so German people would say ich war im Supermarkt oder ich war in einem Laden. I was in a store. Und ich habe 20 Flaschen Bier gekauft. Okay, could somebody tell me, could somebody translate the sentence for me?
I was in a store.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I bought 20 bottles of beer.
Exactly. So there we've got Präteritum and we've got perfect mixed together. So words as those two words, sein und haben, are used in Präteritum. So please remember those forms. All right, so far so good. Now let's get to our homework. And as a matter of fact, those 5 exercises were a part of the homework, and I'm going to send you the answers. So Lösungen and that's it. So if you have done those exercises, please check them or on your own. If you have got any questions about those exercises, you can ask them now. Do you have any questions about those 5 exercises? Okay, I don't see any hands, so let's continue. Seite 93, Arbeitsbuch, Seite 93. Workbook, page 93. So, all right, exercise 6. Ordnen Sie zu. A. Who would like to read sentence A? Wer würde gerne die Aufgabe 6a vorlesen? David Ochieng? 6a, also das da hier.
Okay, was machen Sie beruflich? Ich habe noch Wochenende.
Ich habe noch und am Wochenende?
Not very sure.
Okay. Do we have another volunteer? Mercy Matera, could you tell me your name once again? I'm so sorry. Frau Matere?
Mercy Matere.
Mercy Matere. Okay, Mercy Matere. Thank you. So, what is your answer? Ich noch.
Ich studiere noch.
Okay, wonderful. Studiere noch. Und am Wochenende?
Arbeite ich einen Job beim Fernsehen.
Okay. In German, we don't say ich arbeite einen Job. We use another word. I have a job. How would you say that?
Haben.
Exactly. Am Wochenende habe ich einen Job beim Fernsehen. Thank you very much. So 6b. Who would like to read 6b? Okay. Lucy Mavira, and please put your hand down if you're done with answering. So yeah, Lucy Mavira.
Okay, was machst du von Beruf?
Okay.
Ich bin Arzthelferin, aber ich mag zurzeit nicht. Ich bin
arbeitslos. Thank you very much for reading. So you said, aber ich mache zurzeit nicht. If there would be an S after T, aber ich mache zurzeit nicht, then it would mean, but right now I'm not doing anything. Okay, that would be correct. But this way you cannot say, ich mache zurzeit nicht. That is not correct. It is denying this activity. If you are arbeitslos, what does arbeitslos mean?
Jobless.
Jobless, unemployed. So what kind of activity are you not doing when you are arbeitslos? Frau Bavira?
Arbeit.
Aha. Aber ich
Arbeit.
Thank you very much for repeating it. So the verb is arbeiten. Could you conjugate it for me, please? Ich.
Can you say arbeiten?
Yeah. But arbeiten is infinitive. It's the Grundform. How do you say I am working? I work. Ich.
Lost.
Okay, no worries.
Network.
Okay, could somebody else conjugate the verb arbeiten? Okay, we've got several people, the regular ones. Regular, I mean the who participate a lot. Oh, you all participate a lot. That's great. Jane Sabaya, I will come back to you, Frau Bavira. I will come back to you. First, Jane Sabaya. Could you conjugate this verb for me?
Ich arbeite.
Wonderful. Du.
Arbeitest.
Thank you very much. Who would like to continue? Please raise your hand if you would like to continue. LZS. S. Okay. Esther Odiambo.
Arbeitet.
Arbeitet. Let's continue. Wir.
Arbeiten.
Wonderful. Vana Bokai. I'm sorry, Bokai. Vana Bokai. Ihr.
Ihr arbeitet.
This way. Ihr
No.
arbeitet. No.
T.
How do you pronounce it? You haven't pronounced the last letter.
Ihr arbeitet.
You said this. How do you say this?
Arbeitet. Arbeitet.
Better. Once again.
Arbeitet.
Arbeitet. And no so cut in pieces. Arbeitet. A little bit.
Arbeitet. Yeah.
Arbeitet.
Arbeitet.
Okay. Thank you. And the last form.
Sie arbeiten.
Wonderful. Sie arbeiten.
Yeah.
Very well. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Also, aber ich and Frau. I don't see you somehow. Oh no. Okay, maybe she has some internet problems. Jane Sabaya, could you continue? Aber ich arbeite.
Arbeite.
Sehr schön. Aber ich arbeite. So that we've got that one fixed. Was von Beruf machst is not correct. What are you doing from profession? How do you say? Who are you? Like what?
What
occupation do you have? Was
bist du?
Perfect. Was bist du von Beruf? Was bist du von Beruf? Let's continue with exercise C. Also wir sind auf der Seite 93. Arbeitsbuchseite 93, 6c. Okay. David Ochinenko.
Okay. Was bist du?
Okay, was bist du?
Ich bin Schülerin. Ich gehe noch zur Schule.
Ich gehe noch zur Schule. Was bist du? That doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound correct. Grammatically, it's correct. But we don't say that. Reading the answer, we see I am a high school student. I go.
Studiere. Was studiere? Was studiere du? No. Was machst du?
Yeah. Was machst du? Exactly. Was machst du? Ich bin Schülerin, ich gehe noch zur Schule. And if you would like to say, what are you studying? How would you say that?
Was studierst?
Exactly. Was studierst du? What are you studying? Let's continue. But it's was machst du? That's correct. Was machen die Personen? Schreiben sie. Also, let's do this exercise digitally. Let's use our chat room to answer those to write those sentences. Please write the sentences. Sophia Renzel ist. Please write it down. We are not going to do it orally. We are going to use the chat function. So I will copy the answers from the chat room. So, Sophia Renzel ist, what is she? Please write in the chat room. Don't raise your hands right now. Let's Verkäuferin. Okay. Ja, aber okay. So who can exactly? Studentin. We've got an answer from James, and he is saying, Sophia ist ein Studentin. First of all, there are two things that you could correct in the sentence. Sophia ist ein Studentin. Who could help me? Who could correct the sentence? We've got two more messages. Studentin with a capital S, exactly. So it's not, yeah, it's because it's a noun. In German, you write it with a capital S. Sophia Renzel ist Studentin von Beruf. Technically, you could say that, yeah, we will use it, this construction for the next, however, for the next sentence. Ist eine Studentin, exactly. So she's female, so we are using the female article. Female unbestimmten Artikel, weiblichen unbestimmten Artikel. Sehr schön, eine Studentin. Let's continue. And the next sentence would be, sie ist, was ist sie von Beruf? Please write the answer in the chat room. Sie ist, was ist sie von Beruf? Sie ist eine Verkäuferin von Beruf. Exactly. Sie ist eine Verkäuferin von Beruf. And once again, okay, Verkäuferin with Umlaut. Oops. Verkäuferin. And then there is one more thing that bothers me, exactly, with Umlaut. Thank you. There is a thing that I don't like in the sentence. Could somebody correct it, please? Sie ist eine Verkäuferin von Beruf. There is one spelling mistake. Please, exactly. Caroline, could you tell me as a capital exactly? Sie ist Verkäuferin von Beruf. Exactly. Ja, sie ist eine Verkäuferin von Beruf. Sehr schön. And then let's look in our grammar at the page 102. We've got this structure. So could you use this structure? Could somebody read it first? So it's page 102.2. Cynthia Wambui, could you read those sentences for me, please?
Tut mir leid, die Chance.
Ja, wie bitte?
Which ones?
That one, point 2. Lokale Präposition bei modale Präposition als. So, wo arbeiten Sie? Please read those two sentences. That's sentence 1 and sentence 2.
Ich arbeite als Hausmeister.
Mhm.
Ich arbeite bei Teramax.
Exactly. How would you translate those two words? Als und bei.
Uh, I work as a house meister, and I work at Teramax.
Yeah, exactly. So you work as and you work by. So for English speaking students, it's pretty easy. Nevertheless, it's great to have such grammar points and such exercises to practice it. So please write a sentence. Please write this sentence using this structure. Also, Sie are. Please finish the sentence. Sie Okay. Yeah, jemand sagt schon, somebody is saying that she's working at Maldi. Let me see. Okay, that's correct. Sie arbeitet bei Maldi. And I'm happy with the spelling here and with the capital M. And how would you say that she is a salesperson? So please use this structure to say this. So sie ist eine Verkäuferin von Beruf. How do you say it using this structure here? Sie arbeiten als Verkäuferin von Beruf. Okay, that is a little bit too much. Once again, sie arbeitet als Maldi. Oof. Okay, let me see that. So, sie arbeitet als Maldi. She's working as there could be. That's what is Maldi? Could somebody tell me what is Maldi? In German, was ist Maldi? Sie ist Verkäuferin. Sie ist Verkäuferin bin Beruf. Okay, we've got a lot of company, exactly. But company not with not spelled differently, but I get the point. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin für Beruf. No, dear students. It's much more simpler. Please use this structure, okay? So let me give an example. So wir arbeiten als Lehrer. If me and my colleague would talk about ourselves, we would say wir arbeiten als Lehrer. So how do I say it about her? Sie what would I say about her? Let me see. Please look at this exercise once again. So, sie ist Studentin. Welchen Job macht sie? Sie ist eine Verkäuferin. Oh, okay, we've got a lot of answers. Sie ist Verkäuferin, exactly. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin. Hallelujah, we've got it. So, sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin. So, there is a version with en. Sie arbeiten als Verkäuferin. That would be wrong. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin bei Terramas. The answer from Vana is absolutely right. Yeah. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin bei, oh no, not absolutely. Sie arbeitet bei Maldi, not by Terramas, but grammatically it's correctly. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin. Very well, Brenna. Thank you. So now let's, we could continue with, no, let's continue with Chiara. So Chiara, what can you say about Chiara? Please type in our chat. What can you say about Chiara? Was können Sie über Chiara sagen? Chiara ist diese Person hier. Liebe Schüler, so geht es nicht. That is not okay. Please participate. Aha. Sie arbeitet als Verkäuferin von Beruf. Chiara. I don't think so. Ich glaube nicht, Raphael. Sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf. Genau. Please don't forget to capitalize all the nouns in German. So, sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf with a capital B. Sie ist eine Krankenschwester is also correct. You can say it like this as well. But this structure von Beruf sein is even better. I prefer that one. Okay. Sie ist eine Krankenschwester. Sie arbeiten als Krankenschwester. Aha. Okay, noch eine Struktur. Aber damit bin ich noch nicht ganz glücklich. Sie arbeite. Could you correct it? Sie arbeite. Übrigens, genau, sie arbeitet nicht als Krankenschwester. Sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf. Aber sie ist arbeitslos. Sie ist arbeitslos. Sie arbeitet, genau. Sie arbeitet als Kranken. And please don't forget the C, all right? In German, we spell the sound sh as not as CH, not as SH, but as SCH. Krankenschwester. Genau, don't forget the C, dear Vanna. Else it's great. Let's continue. Also sie ist arbeitslos. Sie arbeitet nicht. You could also say sie arbeitet nicht. Ja, nein, dear James, that's not right. That's not right. Let me copy your answer. Sie first arbeitet, not arbeitet, arbeitet. And then Krankenschwester. Dear students, don't forget the C, Krankenschwester, wonderful. Und sie ist sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf, ohne als. Sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf. And then you could add leider, unfortunately. Leider ist sie, aber what is sie? Sie ist arbeitslos. Aber zurzeit ist, we've got another answer. Ist sie, leider ist sie aber arbeitslos. Sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf, aber zurzeit ist arbeitslos. Thank you very much for your answer, Brenda. Let me make it even better. So, sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf, Komma, yeah, that's a Nebensatz. That's another sentence. Aber zurzeit ist arbeitslos. And here we need another pronoun. What pronoun can we put here? Aber zurzeit ist arbeitslos. What do we put here? You cannot say, you cannot have, well, there are some not for, no pronoun. Pronoun is instead of the noun. So pronouns are ich, du, Zurzeit ist sie arbeitslos, exactly. Zurzeit ist sie arbeitslos. So we need the pronouns. We need some kind of subject in our sentence. Theoretically, you can build a sentence with just a verb, but in most of the cases, you need a subject. And here we are putting sie as a subject. Okay, sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf. Once again, don't forget to capitalize the nouns. Sie ist Krankenschwester with the capital K and with a small v. Okay, sie ist Krankenschwester von Beruf. Okay. What can you say about Deutschkurs? Jetzt Deutschkurs. In German, we say that she is visiting a Deutschkurs. How do you say visit in German? Do you know that? Please write in our chat what she is doing right now. Besuchen, exactly. Thank you, Vienna. Not Besuch, besuchen. So how would you say that she is going to a German class? By the way, if you don't know what is going on, we are doing this exercise using the chat room. So please look in the chat room and participate. So she is going to ich besuchen, not really. Sie geht für die Deutschkurs. Okay, that's not completely correct. Please use the verb besuchen. Sie besucht, genau. Sie besucht, and then a German course. How would you how you write it using unbestimmten Pronomen? Den, okay, you could say den Deutsch, beziehungsweise genau den Kurs. Jetzt sie besucht der Deutschkurs. Okay, that's jetzt. Sie besucht. Okay, we've got several answers, and I'm so grateful for your participation. Sie jetzt besucht sie. Okay, we put the verb in the second place. Jetzt besucht sie den, but I would like to use the indefinite, den unbestimmten Artikel. Sie besucht nicht den, but I, because we don't know what kind of course is she taking. Sie besucht ein Deutschkurs. Okay, that's a little bit advanced. Einen Deutschkurs. It's accusative, and therefore einen. Okay, so far so good. Sie besucht einen Deutschkurs. Okay. Sie besucht einen, nicht eine, it's not female. Das ist der Kurs, einen Deutschkurs. Okay, let's do exercises. Herr Ochieng, haben Sie eine Frage? Do you have a question? Do you have a question? If you don't, please turn your mic off. Herr Ochieng, Dankeschön. Okay. Oof, we are pretty advanced in our time. I cannot decide, to be honest. I will give you those two exercises as homework. Yeah, I think that, yeah, let's do exercise 8 as well. Wer sind Sie? Schreiben Sie Ihr Name, Ihr Heimatland, Ihre Hobbys, Ihr Beruf. Was machen Sie zurzeit? So please pick one of those questions. Let's start with the first one. No, let's start with the first one. How do you say your name? Please write in our chat. Please present yourself. Yes, and please present yourself in the first person singular. So you don't say she is doing this, you say ich. Mein Name ist Lucy. Sehr schön. Let me make the chat a little bit bigger so I can see all your answers. Okay. Okay. I will make a screenshot of some answers. Okay. So let's talk about those answers first. Also, mein Name ist David Ochieng. Name with a capital N, okay? Don't forget that, please. Meine Name ist, Name is male. So you say not meine Name, but mein Name. And N with capital N, mein Name is Lucy, exactly, but don't forget to capitalize the N. Meine Name, once again, mein Name ist, mein Name, exactly. Let's see if you've got more answers. Mein Name ist sehr schön. Let's continue. Let's make a screenshot of those. Of those names. And let's zoom in once again. So, mein Name ist, genau, mein Name with a capital N, please. Jane, mein Name ist sehr schön. Aha, finally, finally you got another answer. Let me screenshot some more answers. Mein Name ist, mein Name ist, mein Name. And then you've got another answer. I'm so glad to see that one. Ich heiße Vienna, that's right. Ich bin James. Ich heiße Karl. Heiße with German, with in German we say I'm blanking right now. Scharfes S, so it's a sharp S instead of double S. So, okay, wonderful. Everyone has presented him or herself. Then how do you talk about your country of origin? How do you say that? Ich komme aus Kenia, genau. Ich komme aus England, sehr schön. Don't forget to write your country of origin or any country with the capital K. Okay, so ich komme with the small k and Kenya with the capital K, please. Ich komme aus, exactly. So somebody was very motivated and has capitalized both words. It's a verb, it's not a noun. Please don't capitalize it, just the name of the country or exactly Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. Wonderful. Ich komme aus Kenia. Sehr schön. And for today, now we are done for today. I will send you the homework. So that's pretty much a lot of homework. You will start doing it today, and depending on what kind of exercise Mr. Mike or Mr. Luca Mona are going to give you, you will have more or less exercises. Yeah, meaning that tomorrow you will have Mr. Luca Mona or Mr. Mike teaching you this class, and we will see each other the next week. So I just sent you the homework, and here come the audio files. So the audio files I'll just send you to the WhatsApp group are meant for the exercise from Arbeitsbuch, Seite 90, Aufgaben 9 und 10. Dateien für die Aufgaben. Here you go. Dateien. Genau. Audio files for the exercises on the page 93, 10 and 9. So far so good. I am very glad and grateful for our class today. Ich tanze. Oh, that's very nice. What's the preteritum of okay, there was a question. What's the preteritum of tanzen? It's tanzte. Exactly. Thank you very much from Boca for answering this question. And let me turn my camera once again to say bye to you all and to thank you very much for your participation today. Have a